You know what's funny? Every January, I would wake up, many of us did for many years, have major plans. What's the next detox? What is my plan for new year, new me? And I used to get so excited and get started, and I'd have a plan. I'd have it, on the refrigerator, and I would work it all out. And because I've been struggling so much with digestion, how can I help my gallbladder? All of these things, my digestion, how can I lose weight? And this year I'm going to balance my hormones. I'm going to get my energy back. Does any of that sound familiar? I was so motivated that I had my lemon water and my supplements and my list. And by February, I was exhausted, bloated, fallen off the wagon. And honestly, I was a little bit heartbroken because once again, it didn't work. And it must have been me. The problem is me. So here's what I didn't know then and what I want to share with you. Winter is not the season God designed for cleansing. Spring is. And when I finally learned this and stopped swimming upstream and started working with my body instead of against it, everything changed. So today we're talking about why spring, not January, is God's design for healing. We're going to look at what ancient wisdom, modern science, and scripture all agree on. And I'm going to show you what a gentle spring reset actually looks like, especially if you don't have a gallbladder or really struggling with digestion. We need to tweak some things. So if you've ever burned out on January detox or felt like your body just doesn't respond the way it used to since losing your gallbladder, stick with me. This is for you. All right. I want to start with a story. There's a farmer who is eager. He's motivated. He's kind-hearted, and he plants seeds. He plants his garden. He waters them. He pulls the weeds. He does everything right? He has a plan. He knows. But on day 3, nothing has changed. And he starts to get a little impatient. So he starts gently tugging on the seedlings. Just give a gentle tug upward, just a little, just to help them. And within a week, every single plant is dead. His neighbor walks over and says, "You can't rush the roots." So growth happens underground first. Something forms before height. So a plant is designed to go down into the dirt, into the soil, and then come up. And so before visibility and height, we need stability. So I want to ask you something honestly. How many of us have been doing this with our own bodies? Yanking on our healing before it's had time to root. Are we really aware of what is going on at a deep level? So in Isaiah 40:31, it says, "But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength." There is a waiting that is not passive. So a lot of people think, oh, I have to sit and wait and do nothing. And that's not what I'm talking about. We're talking about rooting. It is preparation and it is sacred, right? So I want you to think why winter might be the wrong season. So winter is biologically a storage season. Your nervous system craves safety and warmth and rest. So you notice in the winter, we all kind of want to turn in and we want to snuggle up and we want to watch comforting movies and drink hot drinks. There's a reason for that. So Ayurvedic medicine, which is thousands of years old, taught us this. Winter builds reserves. Spring clears excess. So the winter is meant to be used to build and to nourish and to rest. And spring is meant to cleanse and renew. So Hippocrates said, healing begins with honoring nature. He understood seasonal rhythms were not emotional. They're foundational. So for women without a gallbladder, bile is already diluted and less concentrated. Harsh winter cleanses put your body into an emergency situation, not healing mode, but emergency mode. So things start to hold on. We start to even suffer from anxiety and sleeplessness. And the nervous system is all over the place. And that's not what we want. Signs that you have triggered emergency mode from the wrong season of detoxing and trying to lose weight and trying to live outside of the seasons is first, extreme fatigue that doesn't lift. So this is what I'm saying. You're tired to the bone. It's not, oh, I'm just going to go to bed early and be the same tomorrow. It's like, I am deeply fatigued. And the second one is constipation or diarrhea. I mean, sometimes it can swing both ways, or sometimes it can sit on one side or the other. And this can come in waves, right? Because the nervous system doesn't know how to regulate the body. We'll also get hormonal crashes and these mood swings. So we know if we have not prepared for this season, we can get anxiety and depression in winter. But if we start doing things out of order in the spring, in the winter, we're trying to do things that our body is not equipped to do. And it really throws our body off. And so then downstream. So then we don't feel good in the spring. We don't feel good in the summer. And it's just a cycle that keeps going. Another thing that starts to happen when we do this in the wrong season is that anxiety comes out of nowhere. You might be sitting there and your heart starts pounding, your mind starts spinning. These are all signs. Also, rebound weight. So, weight gain. So, that's when you lost the weight, but it just comes back on. Or it could be that struggle. You can't lose it. And you're looking around, especially as women, if we're looking at our men who are dropping 5, 10, 20 pounds, and we're going, I can't, I'm gaining weight. What is going on? It's not that you are failing. You're just swimming upstream in the wrong season. And I wanted to share this with you because I want to put your heart at rest. Now, here's the part that nobody talks about. And this one genuinely changed everything for me is, listen here, in Ecclesiastes, God tells us to everything there is a season. There's a purpose for everything under heaven. So spring is the season of release. Your liver naturally becomes more active. Your lymph wants to drain. Your digestion strengthens on its own. This is not something that you force. It is something you cooperate with. If you look out in nature, we see plants, the greens that are coming up, those are mineralizing and they help clear excess heat and they help clear toxin from the body. There's a natural detoxification season in the spring. And it's something we should cooperate with. What does a true spring cleanse actually look like? And especially if you don't have a gallbladder, and especially for women, it's very different. And it's not harsh. It's simple, cooked, warm meals, soups, stews. Khichdi is a type of Ayurvedic meal that is easy to digest. It remineralizes the body. It reboots the digestive system. It starts to gently clean things out. We want light, bitter greens that support that liver bile flow. So I want you to think dandelion, arugula, lemon water with meals. There's a weed that I love called London Rocket that just is everywhere in the spring. And it's in the mustard family. And it is delicious once you start eating it. Like, I love snacking on it. Also, we're adding digestive spices like ginger and fennel and cumin to keep things gently warm and gently moving. Because remember, spring is kind of cold and damp. And so we want to start waking things up. Of course, we want to reduce sugar and alcohol and processed foods. So this is a reduction. I don't want you to get into the space of perfection, but this gentle daily movement, walking, rebounding, stretching. So what we're doing is we're gently telling the nervous system, it's okay, it is the season, and we can do this. This is where we rest and we pray and we reflect. These are not extras. These are things that our body needs to calm down, release weight, cleanse the liver, where the gallbladder, if you have a gallbladder, still the gallbladder, but also to balance hormones. So these are medicine. It's not punishment. This is partnership and alignment with your body and with God. And so in Proverbs 17:22, it says, a joyful heart is good medicine. So healing brings peace, not panic. And this is the kind of healing that lasts. We don't want this one and done and we just keep going back and forth and it's that boomerang. And this is why harsh detoxes make things worse. Is just a quick note on the science, because I want you to understand why this matters for your body specifically. Your liver detoxifies in 2 phases. Phase 1 breaks toxins down. Phase 2 binds them and eliminates them. So when you do a harsh cleanse, phase 1 speeds up dramatically. So I want you to think of it kind of a puddle in the spring. And it's nice and calm. And then you go in there and you stir it up and there's all this toxin. in the body. They can't grab that toxin and take it out. So what happens is they start to recirculate and things get worse. This is when we get the headaches and the fatigue and skin flares and brain fog and hormonal chaos. And we can even, start leaning into autoimmune issues and chronic fatigue, those type of things. So without a gallbladder, our bile is diluted, which means those fat soluble toxins have fewer vehicles for elimination. And so inside my course, we go specifically how to make sure that you're detoxing correctly to grab all that toxin out. But just remember to be gentle for phase 2. We need that phase 2. Gentle cleansing supports both phases equally. So we want those toxins to come out, and then we want to be able to flush them out. And so this is the most important thing you can do for your body. So I want you to remember the farmer. Remember, he wasn't a bad person. He was an eager one, and he just didn't understand the most important part of growth, that growth that holds everything up, right? So we need to have those strong roots so we can push everything up. So we need to make sure that the underground, the internal, is working really well in the dark and in the quiet, right? In that calm. So that's what winter is for our bodies. It's for building and restoring and getting ready. Spring is when the roots are strong enough to carry the bloom. So if you felt broken since losing your gallbladder or having kids and gaining weight and not feeling like yourself, and if January after January you've tried and fallen off the wagon, or what's happening more common is that women have given up. They're just, I'm not going to do that to myself anymore. And you've been wondering, what's wrong with me? It's just, and blaming it on genetics or on circumstance. I want you to hear this. Nothing is wrong with you. You're just pulling on something that needs time to root. So this spring, let the current carry you. Gentle cleansing, sacred timing, and God-designed rhythms for your body, especially the body of a woman. So healing does not have to hurt. It doesn't have to be so stringent and something that you hate doing and have decided I'd rather feel yucky and overweight than have a life in which I'm so restricted. And that's not the case. It doesn't have to be the case at all. We're building resilience, and that's where it's important. So here's what I want to leave you with today. 1, stop fighting your body's design. Spring is your ally. It is not just something that happens on the calendar. 2, if you don't have a gallbladder, gentle is the best type of cleanse to do. It's very strategic, and especially for women who are struggling with hormonal imbalance, very, very important. All right. 3, you were made to heal. So trust the timing. And if you want to take this further and stop guessing and start healing with a real plan designed specifically for life after gallbladder removal, or healing your gallbladder, or balancing your hormones, these 3 things are so interconnected. But I have a free training for you. It's called 3 Easy Tips to Heal Your Digestion in 7 days. And I know you're thinking 7 days, come on, Jamie. But I explained it in there. It can happen so fast. And it walks you through exactly where to start. So the link is in the description below. And if this has helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. There are so many women out there pulling on their seedlings, trying things. They're desperate. Let's help them stop. Let's help them step into rhythm and alignment. So I will see you in the next video. So take care of yourself. And remember, God designed you to heal and to be healthy.